Hi, folks. My name is Jabbar Thomas, and I am your instructor for the course DMPT 1000 Intro to Design in Media Production for the fall 2021 semester here at Georgia Piedmont Technical College. This brief but thorough walkthrough video is designed to give you an introduction to the Blackboard site for the course, as well as disseminate some important information that you will need to know as we start the semester off. So, as you can see on your screen, I am already at the GPTC Blackboard site. And just in case you don't know how to get there, one of the most popular ways to get there is to go to the school's website at gptc.edu, click on current students or hover over current students, then click on student dashboard, and then click on Blackboard login, and it should take you to the Blackboard login page. Now, I'm already logged in, but you will log into Blackboard with your credentials, which includes the portion of your email address before the @ sign as your username and your date of birth as your password. So that's how you log into Blackboard. Now, the Blackboard site for me will look a little differently than for you. When you log in for the first time with Blackboard, you'll see just the classes you're taking this semester. I'm seeing all the classes that I'm teaching this semester. And, I have other sections where I can see classes I've taught previous semesters. But I am going to click on the DMPT section that represents your class. You'll do the same thing on your schedule, and Blackboard will take you to the class site. The first thing that's going to launch is the announcement section here, the announcement section. Notice we have a index on the left-hand side, or a table of contents, as we call it, on the left-hand side. And I can jump from portion to portion or part to part of Blackboard by clicking on the correct link. You may see I have a lot more links here, like evaluation and course tools, than you may have, but that's because I'm a teacher and I have to design the Blackboard website for all of my classes. So in the announcement section, this basically is just like our bulletin board telling you what we have coming up for the week. Please check the announcements every week. I normally post them either Sunday night or Monday morning. I know this course does not meet until Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I normally put the announcements for everybody out at the same time on Sunday night or Monday morning so I can get it all done at the same time. Please make sure you note when the announcement was posted, so you make sure you're getting the most up-to-date information. Usually the most recent post will be at the top of the list. Okay, so the most recent announcement will be at the top of the list. I'll use the announcements to remind you of things like quizzes, or there are only a couple of quizzes in this course, assignment due dates, and any pertinent information that you need to know for the class. Please know, reading the announcements and also checking your email is no substitute for attending class. A big portion of your grade in the course is participation and professionalism. You can't demonstrate professionalism or participation if you're not in class. So attending class is an extremely important part of the course, and everyone who's ever taken a course in any place, in any college or school, will tell you that a big portion of performing well in a class is coming to class consistently, coming to class every day on time, staying up to date or ahead of the readings and the assignments, and doing the readings and the assignments with enough time before the deadline so that you can do a thorough job. So you can look over it a time or two before you turn it in to make sure it's your best work. We don't like last minute work here. This is one of the most important classes, if not the most important class, that you will take in the DMPT department at Georgia Piedmont Technical College. The reason for that is that this course is a foundation for every other course. We will be learning the principles and elements of design. Usually they will be applied to painting or sculpture or drawing, but you will notice that the principles and elements of design that we study are applicable to every single specialty we have in the DMPT department. So if you're a video and film person, you'll be able to use these principles and elements of design when you make your short film or your music video. If you are a graphic design person, of course, you'll be able to easily use these principles and elements of design in your, with say, ad campaigns or posters or anything graphic design related and so forth. So there is no form of visual art that the principles and elements of design don't touch. And so you need to make sure that you know these like the back of your hand, because as you proceed to your intermediate and your advanced courses in the specialty of your choice, whether it's video and film or 3D animation or graphic design, you're going to see that your teacher is going to expect for you to know and be able to apply these principles and elements of design that you should have learned in 1000 to your video work or your graphic design work or your 3D animation work or your photography. You don't just learn this material for this course, regurgitate it, and you'll never see it again. That is absolutely not how this works. If you don't know and have this material ingrained into your conscious and subconscious mind in this first semester, you'll find that your success after this course will be extremely or highly unlikely. You need to really make sure you focus on this course and commit to it. So that being said, let's take a look at the rest of the site and some of the things that we will be doing as you proceed through the semester. We looked at the announcement section. If you click on the link for syllabus and no-show assignment and welcome / walkthrough video, start here, click on that link. You'll see that we have a number of elements here. We have the course syllabus. You do need to make sure that you click on this link and download the syllabus. You need to have a copy of it somewhere in your records. I always recommend people have a copy on their computer at home, have a copy on a flash drive, maybe even have a copy in a cloud space, like if you save it as an email, or save it as email it to yourself, that is, or save it on your Google Drive. The reason for that is that the syllabus is basically my contract with you and your contract with me as far as what is to be expected in this semester. And so I'll be closely following the syllabus. Although there may be some changes, I can guarantee you we will have to make some modifications based on the specific needs of the course, but I'll always tell you ahead of time. But always remember, this is your map, this is your guide to the semester, your syllabus, okay? This syllabus tells you about how to contact me by phone or by email. It tells you my office location, tells you my conference hours. Those are the hours that I'm in my office, and you can come and see me in person. You can schedule an appointment. Always make sure that you make an appointment, because I may have multiple people who want to see me at the same time and day. So it's, of course, a first come, first serve sort of situation. So you need to make sure that you email me and set an appointment as soon as you know that you would like to see me, and we'll arrange a day. Also, the name of the textbook, okay, is right there, as well as other information. There's a supplemental syllabus that is longer than this one, that includes more information than this one does. And it's not information related specifically to DMPT 1000, but it's information that is related to just general information for the course. Like, how do you withdraw from a class, equal opportunity policy, how we handle academic misconduct, and so forth. So please make sure that you take a look at that supplemental syllabus, and we have the link up here, or the website, www.gptc.edu/supplemental-syllabus. Please make sure you take a look at that syllabus and download. We also have our competencies and outcomes. These are the things that you should learn, your student learning outcomes. These are the things you should have learned by the time you finish this course work ethics, and course policies. Okay, these are very strict, so please make sure you know your course policies to let you know off the bat. No late work will be accepted. You will be asked to do assignments, which you can think of them as art projects based on what you learned in your reading almost every week. So this is a lot of work and there's a lot of time you have to devote to it. So please know that every week you're going to be working on a different art project, okay? And you must turn it in on time. If not early, you'll turn it in on Blackboard. Do not email it to me. Turn it in on Blackboard. No late work is accepted ever. And as far as why we don't accept late work, it's kind of stated in our ethics and stated in this section right here. So take the time to read that. But we don't accept late work. We don't do redos of quizzes or assignments. You get one shot. That's how it works in the real world, and that's how it's going to work in my course. There is a no-show and participation assignment that you must complete by 5 p.m. on August 29th, 2021. If you don't complete that no-show assignment, and basically that means that as far as the school is concerned, you are not registered for the course. You did not show up for the course, rather. And essentially, if you got any funding for the course, they'll send it back to wherever it came from. A loan, a grant, a scholarship. They'll say, hey, this person didn't show up for class. You won't get a grade. They'll send your money back to wherever it came from. And as far as the school is concerned, you're not a student in that course. So make sure that you read the communication section so you know that what the policies are as far as when I return emails, and usually it's 24 hours if it's during the week, Monday through Thursday. But if it's Friday, 12 p.m. or after, you'll get a response to your email on Monday of the next week. You can email me over the weekend, but more than likely you will not get a response that weekend during the weekend. Okay, weekend are my off hours, so that means don't expect a response if you email me at 9 p.m. on Friday night or 3 a.m. on Saturday morning. You're not going to get a rapid response until I'm back at work, which would be Monday. We also have the course grading, which is the different modules. You'll see that we do our work in modules, and you have assignments to do within those modules. This basically tells you how much, what percentage of your final grade each one of those types of assignments are worth. Okay, this tells you about the final exam as well as a proctored event. It tells you about Respondus Lockdown Browser, which is some software that we have to use when we administer or give the final exam. Your final exam will be given, you can take it from home. It will be on Tuesday, the 30th of November, 2021, from 1 p.m. until 3:30 p.m. Tuesday, the 30th of November. Okay, if you don't have a computer with a camera, or it will not work with Respondus Lockdown Browser, then you need to contact me as soon as possible, because I will have to make arrangements to have you proctored, that means supervised, for the final exam. And it's a long process. I have to fill out paperwork. We have to get a person in the library to do it. So we want to find out about that as soon as possible. All requests as far as proctoring the final exam, if you can't use Respondus Lockdown Browser, you must submit all requests to me no later than September the 14th, 2021. If I don't get any requests, or if you don't send me your request that, hey, I don't have a computer, I don't have a computer with a camera, Respondus Lockdown Browser won't work for me. If you don't say that, then I'm going to assume that it's good for everybody, and I won't make arrangements, and we can't make arrangements after September the 14th, 2021. Okay, so that's what was in the syllabus. This is the no-show participation assignment I mentioned. Okay, so you basically click here as it says in the instructions. Okay, and then after you read the syllabus, go ahead and take this quiz. It's a short quiz. It's not going to impact your grade whatsoever. It's just to be an official record of you participating in the course. Okay, after I click this, the quiz starts when I hit begin. I'm not going to start it because, of course, I'm not going to take it. But the idea is it's multiple choice. It's only a few questions. It doesn't count for anything. But please make sure you take it no later than August the 29th, 2021 by 5 p.m. If you do not do that, as far as the school is concerned, You never report it to class, and they can send your money back wherever it came from. Okay, here's my the walkthrough video, which you're watching right now, is in this section right here. I'm recording it now, so you don't see it, but you'll see that along with the welcome video in this unit as well, in this section as well. So you can take a look at that. My contact information, once again, is in the instructor contact link. Here it is right there. It says it's hidden from you, but it will be visible for you by the time you get to see this. Okay. Okay. Okay, if I go to the course content section, this is one of the most important sections. The first section right here tells you that it's a test of respondents. It doesn't mean it's a test that you'll be graded on, but it's basically a test of respondents. Before you take the final exam, there is think of it as a mock test or mock quiz where respondents is used to make sure that it actually works for you. Okay. And so that you don't get all the way to the final exam, discover, I installed the respondents incorrectly on my computer, because that's what you have to do. You have to install it on your own computer, or it's not working, or I don't understand how to use it. That's not the kind of discovery you want to make in the middle of your final exam. Okay, you want to make sure you test it out ahead of time to make sure that there are no snafus. The next section is probably the most important section, because all of the work that you do will be turned into this module folder section, and all the instructions to do your work is located in the module folder section. So click on the module folder section, and you're going to see that we have the entire semester broken up into modules. You can think of a module as kind of like a chapter. The first module, this is, of course, for the first week. Module 1 equals week 1. We call that orientation. Click on that link. This is the first thing you're going to do after you get off of this video, or maybe after the first day of class. You're going to see that each module has a section called expectations, module expectations. This is a summary of the other material in this module. So if you're wondering, okay, what do I have to do for this module? Read the module expectations thoroughly, and it'll tell you, hey, you have a quiz and you have 3 PowerPoints or whatever it is you're supposed to do for that module. The idea is we complete 1 module every week. Remember that, 1 module every week. The work for each module is always due on the Sunday of that week. So for example, this first module, module 1, all of the material in here, and it's not a whole lot, it's a quiz and a PowerPoint that you have to, 2 PowerPoints that you have to read. That quiz, that's all you have to turn in this case. That quiz is due on August the first Sunday of the semester. I believe that's August the 22nd. August the 22nd is when this quiz is due, okay? If the item says quiz or assignment, that's something you have to turn in to me. If it doesn't say quiz or assignment, that means it's probably either a PowerPoint, as you can see right here, or it could be a website that we have a link to that you go to and you read whatever is on the website and apply that to the assignment. The assignments must always be in the form of a PowerPoint presentation. So for example, if you were supposed to do a self-portrait using a program called Adobe Photoshop and using the principles and elements of design that we discussed in that module, you will create your self-portrait, and you'll always do what's called the principles and elements of the design chart for every assignment you do, and perhaps a schedule chart as well. That basically tells us how did you budget your time to do this assignment. You'll include all 3 of those things in your PowerPoint presentation, and your PowerPoint presentation will also feature commentary from you as far as why you made the artistic decisions that you made in that assignment. And you have to speak in terms of principles and elements of design. We don't want to hear things like, well, I thought it'd be cute or I thought it'd be funny. No, we don't care about any of that. We want to know exactly how and why you applied the principles and elements of design to get the finished result you did. Okay, so you can see module one here. You can really get started on module one as soon as possible. The first two PowerPoints are pretty long, like over 100 slides each, but there's lots of big pictures. Those first two PowerPoints are extremely important, so make sure you read those thoroughly. Okay, so I'm going to go back to, I'll go back out to course content, then back into module folders, and you'll see module 2 is for week 2, module 3 is for week 3, module 4 is for week 4, and so forth. Okay, all the way down to our final exam and module 14, our final project, which is a collage, which is a very important project. That's how we determine whether or not we're doing our job as instructors, the class is successful, and the students are successful based on that final project, in addition to all of the other assignments you do in these modules. They all kind of prepare you for that collage assignment, collage final project. Okay, so strategies for success. Sorry, these are just some really good strategies that you should follow in being a good student, being a good professional, being a great artist or designer. Then we have those principles of design. These are like your 10 commandments of art that you need to know, commit them to memory, be able to use them, demonstrate them in your work. Balance, contrast, emphasis, movement, pattern, rhythm, unity. Those are the principles of design. They're like overall concepts. Whereas your elements of art, line, shape, color, value, form, texture, space, these are individual things you can draw on a page. For example, you can't really draw unity on a page, but you can draw a line on a page. If I have a lot of lines that are the same color and the same orientation on the same side of the page, then those lines represent unity, a larger concept, which is one of our principles of design, but the line itself is an element of design or element of art. So you can see that principles are these overall concepts and elements are the individual or discrete markings that you make on the page. How you design those markings is determined by the principles of design. Okay, professionalism, participation. This is what I was talking about as far as showing up to class and doing what you're supposed to do on a daily basis. You don't have to write this final exam. It's elsewhere. It's in the module section. So that's about it for the Blackboard website for the class. But another thing I want to show you really quickly before I sign off is your calendar. Okay, this calendar is very valuable because all of the assignments, all of the quizzes, and there are only like 2 of those, they've all been put on the calendar for the semester. This is August 2021, and I think I gave you some wrong information. Your first assignment is not due on August the 22nd. It's due on August the 29th. Darn, I really wanted it to be due earlier than that. But we're going to give you to August the 29th to do that first assignment, which is that quiz on those first 2 PowerPoints in module 1, okay, of the Blackboard site. So if I go to September 2021, you can see here, everything is always due on a Sunday. It's always due by 11:59 p.m. on the Sunday of the week that we were supposed to study or cover that content in class. Not due at 12 a.m. on Monday morning, not due at 12:01 on Monday morning. It's due no later than 11:59 p.m. on Sunday night. Please make sure that you do not miss your deadline because I will not let you make it up. And also, you don't have to wait until the last minute to do this material. I suggest that you not wait because you don't have a lot of quizzes, you don't have a lot of exams. You have to do something that some people think is much harder. You have to actually create art. And you're going to be graded based on how neat it is, how clean it is, how it represents the content that we're supposed to be demonstrating for that particular unit. So don't just think you can just draw a pretty picture of a cat and you get an A. No, that's not how it works. Okay. So it's very specific and very, very structured. So don't forget to take a look at your calendar. And that's pretty much it. Everything else here is pretty self-explanatory. Your email and your grades in the course will be available from that link. Of course, it won't show you anything from mine, but because I'm a teacher, not a student. But the idea is that modules folder is where you're going to be spending most of your time. So that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for your time. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you in this penultimate, that means very important course, Dmpt 1000, Intro to Design in Media Production. I look forward to working with each and every one of you. It's one of my favorite courses to teach because of the fact that I know it is the basis, it is the foundation of everything we do afterwards. Thank you, and please reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns, and I'll see you in class on Tuesday. Thank you.